Hey, oh yeah, it was talking about the brother who fell out and was still in the go over there. All right. Talking about that bull who fell out, went back into the rap world. He said that Esau has weaponized the music industry and using us as the biggest weapons against our own people, man.
Because what? Because is not Israel the salt of the earth?
Right. They couldn't have nothing to sell unless they put a black face to it, man. I put black so-called swag in it, man. Okay? You know, it's like, you know, hey man, they understand that we them boys. That we them, you know what I'm saying? And when I say them boys, that's twofold because I'm talking about the song, we're talking about we them boys, but also if you've seen that what is it, Hulu or Amazon flick, The Boys?
The Boys, yeah.
What it's about, the superhumans or whatnot?
Yeah, right. And they just regular folk.
Right.
They just
we those superheroes, man. You know, when it talks about the different gifts that the Lord gave us, man, you know, they understand that we have more than we do. And so they weaponize them and use them against us, man. And really, that's the ultimate weapon that Esau uses, is to have us break the laws to keep us separated from our power. Because contrary to popular belief, the wicked elite understand that if Israel was to come together and worship the one true living God, all right, through his son, that there's no stopping us, man. The Lord will come back in that moment, okay? Pursuant to the, you know, when it speaks about the elect being sealed. All right? Because this is all predetermined, man. All right, the Lord knows who's going to be wicked, and the Lord knows who's going to be righteous. Even amongst the righteous, there's wicked, man. Because the righteous, all right, are the Israelites, and the wicked are the heathen. First and foremost, starting with Esau, Edom. You know.
Salaki, I'm looking for this precept.
Oh, go ahead.
You know through the spirit. You man. Man, this place gotta go, man.
Hey, man, I can't, listen, they gotta burn like this fire. You feel me?
It ain't gonna feel good either.
You know, but you know, we kind of digressed. We was talking about how Esau, or excuse me, wicked Jake, are the ones who put the Lord to death, man. Hey, y'all gonna have to pay for that. Okay? You know, you basically got to suffer the same fate as Judas did. You know, you proud, so you won't even kill yourself. Not that that's a righteous act, but in retrospect, you killing yourself anyway, holding on to that pride. All right, you just giving the Lord justification in taking you out. You know, because the Lord is not to be played with, man. This isn't entertainment. All right, this ain't a fairy tale. This ain't a J.K. Rowling novel, man. All right.
It's Ezekiel 4, verse 13. And the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them. And that's basically going in, you know, I was watching this video, man. One of the brothers, can't think of his name right now. He was basically going and talking about how he was watching this. It was this old school. I'm talking about the old school Superman movie. And they tied kryptonite around Superman's neck, and they threw him in the water. And he made this parable. It's like us being Israel, our kryptonite is sin, and they led us astray, so that Esau can stay in rulership, man.
Right.
He's just as clever as he is wicked.
Right.
You know, they justify our sin to keep us in perpetual servitude underneath them, man.
Right, because they understand the scriptures.
Right. He said, they shall be wiser than David.
Wiser than Daniel.
Salakia, Daniel.
Man. And Daniel was a wise man, man. You could go in the stories in the Apocrypha, Bel and the Dragon, just to see how wise Daniel was, man. Because listen, Daniel...
He was a chemist.
Exactly.
He's a chemist.
A biologist. You feel me? A philosopher. You know what I mean? Daniel, you know, through the spirit, was probably one of the first geniuses dealing with sciences and what people would refer to as alchemy and magic and all that bullshit is really just the gifts of wisdom of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And that, but the point the brother was going into is that it's the wickedness that we show is literally what drives the Lord to put these consequences on us, man. Pursuing to Deuteronomy 28, what was it, the 15th verse? Deuteronomy 28, 15?
Going into the curses.
Come on, bring that up real quick.
Most definitely. I'm already on. It's good.
In fact, I'll read it, break it down. It says, but it shall come to pass, that this Deuteronomy 28:15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So if we were not to hearken unto the voice of thy power, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, these laws, statutes, and commandments, go ahead.
To observe and do all of his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses will come upon thee and overtake thee.
Now verses 1, Deuteronomy 28, 1 through 14 goes into what happened if we did hearken unto the Lord. 15 down to 68, clearly, which is more verses and more to it than if we would not hearken unto the Lord, man. Go ahead, Doc.
Cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field.
So these curses is going to follow us no matter where we go, man. At our job, in our homes, whether we taking trips, whether we, just dealing with the family, friends. Go ahead, Doc.
Yeah, it's it also when it talk about the city, it means like in the literal cities, all right. And when it says in the field, it's more or less referring to the whole earth. This is verse 17. Cursed shall thou be thy basket and thy store.
Now basket, that's kind of threefold. Basket can mean financial situations, and thy store going into businesses.
Right.
It's now more than ever this year, man.
Right.
It's a lot of black businesses. Everybody's selling clothes. Everybody's selling making platters. You got women selling platters wherever you at. You know what I mean? Everybody we still curse, man. God. They think this little bit of money we making is going to make a difference, man. This dollar is about to collapse, man.
Right. I mean, the fact that they talking about they got all these side businesses and all this is really just a testament to all of the legitimate business that was started up in the last year or so, and it's completely gone now because of the COVID situation, man.
And the real business is doing this work of the Lord, man. Aside of the fact of the matter.
Because can't nobody put that out of business.
If
anything, I mean, the worst that could happen is it'll validate everything the work stands for, man.
The Lord is he's the only power that can fire us. And if you will, in this situation, Esau has nothing to do with this, man.
Right. So in COVID, pretty much the middle class is done, man. All the mom and pop stores is pretty much closed. Only thing you got is Walmart, Target, Home Depot. You know what I mean? You have you had Tulsa, Oklahoma. Black Wall Street,
1920s,
where you had Jake, coming up in the game but it was still an Esau system, all right.
And that little city, people don't know that little city, but they was about to start importing and exporting to China, all the major continents, man, out of that little city. Esau wasn't having that.
Right. So what happened to it? They bombed the shit out of it, man.
They dropped bombs on their own country.
Right.
That was actually, in fact, one of the first bombings they did on their own country.
Right. Ain't that the song is after that? You dropped a bomb on me.
The Gap Band.
The Gap.
Bro. That's the spirit. We was just listening to that the other day.
I mean? That's they was out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, and that's what the song is alluding to, man. Black Wall Street, because that basket in thy store was starting to prosper there, but according to the scripture, you shall be cursed.
So it wasn't our time. Matter of fact, let me reword it. Prophecy wasn't yet to be fulfilled yet. We still under them curses today. You know what I mean? Keep going up.
Yeah, 18. Cursed shall thou be, Salakia. Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep. All right? Cursed shall thou be when thou comest in, and cursed shall thou be when thou goest out. All right? And you see that all the time, man, especially in the hood. All right? You know, being from the Philadelphia area, man, you know, West Philly is one of the worst parts of Philly, man. Well, Philadelphia as a whole is one of the worst cities in the world, in the country, okay? And, I mean, you know, how many people done woke up, got ready to go, you know, do whatever they was going to do throughout the day and never came home, man, because they got hit with a stray bullet, or, you know, the ops got them.
Listen,
you know
man,
what I mean?
Look, man, it's a...
You know,
man, now more than ever, man, bodies is dropping, man. It's
right.
more cops killing niggas than niggas killing niggas, man.
Well, actually, that's, you know, that's a big portion of it, but it's a lot more niggas killing niggas, to be honest with you, in the cities.
Right. I mean, because that's always been
right. That's just because of the internet, the unicorn. All right, everything is starting to be broadcast now.
Okay.
All right, and so, you know, you got a bunch of, just in Philadelphia, man. I think it's like 20 kids under the age of 12 then got killed in the city just this year alone, man. By stray bullets, man. You know, Chicago, you know, it's the same thing, man. I'm sure there's more everywhere. You know what I mean? I can't recount individual instances, but you know, you got men, women, and children, man, suffer death under gun violence, man. You know, because of the evil that you know, we have towards each other, which is another curse, and you know, and it's in here. We're gonna get to it. Get to that soon.
That's down to 50. I believe that's in verse 54.
Cause
you want to skip down to that?
Yeah, might as well, man. You know, we ain't gonna stay on the curses, but soon.
That's the spirit. There it is, right here.
Yep. Okay. I'm gonna start at 52.
52.
It says, and he shall
besiege.
Oh no! I'm gonna start at 50. It says, a nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor shew favor unto the young. Oh, matter of fact, you know what, Salaki, I'm gonna start at 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from afar, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
So who's the eagle, man? That's America. You know? That goes back to Rome.
Really? Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's really all the Edomites.
It's always been the eagle, and I'm not gonna pull the pre now, but we're gonna finish on these curses, man. But it's a precept of the eagle, man. That's a representation that's deeper than the actual word.
Yeah, grab and hold that.
Keep going on.
Yeah. Therefore thou shalt serve thine enemy, with the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
So who do we have to go to get jobs? Who do we, like, for instance, now we these PUA checks, these FEMA, these stimulus checks? Who do we gotta go to for that? We can't do nothing without going to Esau, man. Who we gotta go to or go through? What do we have to have to fly from state to leave the country? We need licenses. We need passports. You know, we need all types of permit. We need all types of shit to do anything. We need permission to do anything. I don't know what makes people think that, you know, this is freedom. Like, you know, there's no such thing as free will, man. So, like, you want to keep going?
And also, you know, it said, thou shalt put a yoke of iron around thy neck, man. Literally, they put a yoke of iron around our necks once they got us from the interiors of Western Africa, South Africa, all right, and brought us over here to the Americas, man. All right, what they did to the Native Americans before they went and got the so-called Negro from Africa, okay? You know,
chattel slavery.
Bro, and you know that's not hidden, man. You can just go to Google and literally just type in yoke of iron, and you're literally going to see the first example you probably see is going to be that of a so-called Negro and what they went through here in the transatlantic slave trade. All right.
Not Africans.
Yeah, Khan.
So-called Negroes, man. Yeah. Israel.
Khan. And we'll get into that, I guess.
Khan, that's a whole nother video,
yeah,
whole
right,
nother
right.
topic.